Welcome back, guys, to another video brought to you by your one and only Literary Pharaoh. I have a song that I'm going to play. I'm on the way to work this morning. The song is called Blood on the Dance Floor by Odumodublvck, Nigerian. Now, this guy, I'm a native Nigerian, and this guy, to me, has the authentic Nigerian sound. Now, we have Davido. We have other artists from Nigeria who have the Nigerian sound, but they kind of amalgamate their sound and they join their sound, mixing it with a little bit of an American style hip hop sound. And when you mash those together, it does bring forth a nice mix. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But one thing about Odumodublvck is that Odumodublvck, something like that. His name, I can't pronounce it. I'm probably butchering it. And pardon me, because I've been in America since I was 8 years old. I'm 45, so a lot of my native tongue has slipped away. I don't recall a lot of my language, but I do know how to pronounce certain things. I do understand certain things, but I'm not as fluent as I used to be when I first came from Nigeria. But I digress. So as I'm listening to the sound of this artist, I'm gonna just call him Odumo for short. But as I'm listening to Odumo, when I think back of my childhood, and I think back of my father who has transitioned, this is the type of song that I can see the people of my village coming out to dance, and there's a campfire, and we're eating, and everyone's dancing, having a good time. The song is called Blood on the Dance Floor. And when you think of blood on the dance floor, there's a weird twist and a strange dichotomy between those two concepts, because when you think of dancing, you think of something that's pleasurable, something that you're doing for fun, something that you're doing for leisure, something that you're doing to escape, something that you're doing to accentuate your experience here in this third dimensional realm. But when you think of blood, you think of pain, you think of suffering, you think of heartache, you think of injury. So there's a contrast between those two polarizing concepts. We have blood and dance floor. Well, if you're dancing so hard to the point where you have to emit blood on the dance floor, that's a whole nother level of dancing. That's dancing to the point of exhaustion. Now, this is just my take on the song. I don't know if that's what the song is about, but because the song has a very, very interesting beat, and I love the flow of the song, I believe that the message of the song is that you're dancing so hard that you leave it all on the dance floor. So much so that you're bleeding on the dance floor. You ever heard people say, oh man, he played so hard, he left it out on the field. Or man, he gave it all he had. Well, if we understand that there's life in the blood, and blood is the essence of life, if you leave it quote unquote all on something, it's only appropriate to say that you've left blood on the dance floor, if you've left it all on the dance floor. Now, because the song is so catchy and it has a nice rhythm to it, I don't see the song being something that has a negative theme to it. I don't perceive it being negative in the sense that it has the term blood in it. I see it being something that it's a play on words, but it's saying give it all. Dance, go hard on the dance floor, to the point that it's blood on the dance floor, right? And so I'm gonna play the song, and I want you guys to rate it. Give it a 1 if you think it's a trash song, 5 if you think it's a great song, 4 if you think it's good, 3 if it's okay, 2 it's not really worth listening to, and 1 if it's trash. I want you guys to rate it. That's number 1. Number 2, when I heard the song Blood on the Dance Floor, and I'm thinking about how I've recently changed my workout regimen, I love the feeling that I have once I've worked out. And of course, you guys know the release of endorphins. When you work out early in the morning, it's the best time to work out. Research it. Look up all the statistics, all the data, all the biometrics speaks, especially in terms of how it correlates with our psychology. Everything that we do, especially in terms of exercise, if you do it very early in the morning, that's the best time to do it. I like to get my workout out of the way around 3-4 a.m. Now you say, oh my gosh, that's pretty early. As you guys know, if you follow me on my channel, I do that because the whole world is asleep. The majority of the world is asleep. and I'm awake. Number one, it's a sense of meditation that goes into it, and I'm running. Running is not something that people like to do, but it's something that you must do. You have to understand that the body, the longer you live, the body is gonna want to atrophy and lose its natural feel of natural environment, of moving. We have legs, we have arms, we're supposed to move. We're not built, our physiology isn't constructed in a way that speaks to us being sedentary or not moving around. We have to move. And if we're not moving, we're only creating new neural pathways of our brain that makes it very comfortable to be very, for lack of a better term, lazy. That's what happens. You end up being lazy. And lazy, it's a disease. It's a function of the human action that's not at ease with itself. That means you're not in balance. You're not in balance, not imbalance with the I-M. I'm saying I-N as in Nancy. You're not in balance. When you're in balance, you're more apt and more likely to function in a way that's going to accentuate and be an asset to your existence and the things that you experience here. So when I wake up in the morning around 3 something in the morning, and I stretch, I brush my teeth, I get myself ready, it's a ritual. That's my ritual. People say, oh, are you religious? I'm a religious in the sense that I take care of myself. Going to church and reading Bibles and shit like that, excuse my language, I don't consider that anything that's spiritual, because it's not doing anything for your man. It's not doing anything for your outer man or inner man. When I exercise, it's a form of meditation. You got to understand, it's dark outside. Right now I'm in the car, it's bright. All these cars are out. There's more noise. You got to understand, when I'm out there running around 3 something in the morning, it's totally quiet. It's so quiet, it's scary quiet. And it's dark. Of course, we have light poles in the neighborhood, but I love it that way. Then after I run, I go to the gym. There's hardly no one in the gym. After I work out in the gym, I run home. Now, what I've added to my regimen, remember, I used to work out Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. That was my thing. I would work out Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. But I was having a conversation with my wife the other day, and I've always realized this. I would view myself, I would reflect on my day, on the days that I work out, and I would see that I had a lot of energy after I've worked out, which is contrary to conventional thinking. You will think that, oh, he's worked out, he's done for the day. No, it's a momentum builder. I'm energized, I'm infused with energy, I'm mentally sharp, and mind you, I'm still fasting. I don't eat during the day, I eat when I get home. So I'm operating on 10 in terms of my survival genetic disposition, in terms of being in a survival mind state, and my body is functioning at its apex because I am in survival mode, but in a good way, not survival mode where it's a detriment to my normal function, but survival mode that's allowing me to operate at my highest capacity. So I noticed, I was having a conversation with my wife. I said, man, on the days that I don't work out, because this is how it was to me. On the days that I had to work out, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was sort of dreaded. It's sort of like I'm a prisoner to my own discipline. Meaning that, I've had this conversation with you guys before. I had a conversation with my brother about this. I said, I don't like to work out, but I like to work out. Now, I know it sounds like a conundrum. It's a total paradox, because how can you like and not like something? You either like it or you don't. I'm going to explain. I don't like it because of the way it makes me feel before I do it, because I know, oh my God, I know I got to get up in the morning and do this. But however, if I don't do it, the feeling I have of not doing it is much worse than the feeling I have if I do it. So therefore, I go ahead and do it. And then the feeling I have after I do it is euphoria. The endorphins are hitting on all cylinders, and I feel totally refreshed. I feel totally revived. I'm energized, right? And I feel so good about my day. Mentally sharp, alert. I don't even feel like I'm 45. I feel like I'm 21, right? I feel good as hell. So I had a conversation with my wife. I said, you know what? On the days that I don't work out, even though I'm happy, like say back my older regimen, and I just recently started this week. My older regimen was workout Monday, And after I'm done, hey, I'm happy. I don't have to work out Tuesday. Tuesday's my fun day. But what I started to find out is that when I would wake up on Tuesday morning and get ready for work, I didn't feel the same. I didn't like the way I felt. Even though internally I'm happy that I don't have to go work out, I don't have the same alertness and energy. I can feel it. Now, it's not a huge drop off. I'm not saying that I'm at 100 on the days that I work out and then all of a sudden I am at a complete 0. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that I don't have that same high that I feel, and I want to stay at that high. So what I started to do now, I told my wife, I said, you know what? On Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is going to make it a complete workout week. So remember, it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday was my workouts. I will go run about 2.5 miles to the, I'll run about 2.5 miles to the gym. Then after I work out of the gym for about maybe 45 minutes, lifting weights, I run back home, which is about another mile. So totally I'm running 3.5 miles and doing some resistance training, weightlifting. That's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But what I started to incorporate now, I just started it this week. Yesterday, which was Tuesday, I took my battle ropes, right? I put them on my golf cart because we have a golf cart. We like to take the kids, ride around to different parks and have fun and ride to like the grocery store. We have a farm in our neighborhood as well. We also go to the farm and get some vegetables and things like that. So I got in my cart. This is like around 4. I woke up at 4:15 on Tuesday, 4:15 in the morning. Not 3 something because I'm not going for a run. There's an elementary school in our neighborhood, and usually when my wife and I are running back from the gym, there's these guys that are doing some boot camp workout. You have to understand, like, people are getting on, like, you need to get, if you're listening to my video right now, you need to get on this wave of working out early. And I know it's hard because I used to be totally against it because my wife brought me onto that. I would usually go work out after work. What the hell was I thinking? That's the worst time to work out. Now, of course, get it in when you can. I'm not saying don't work out if it's in the afternoon. If that's the only time that you have, I get it. But if you can somehow inconvenience yourself just a little bit, insert a little bit more discipline in your regimen, go to bed a little bit earlier because you're going to have to wake up a little bit earlier. You can't stay up as late as you want because there's no way in hell that I can go to bed around 11 or 12 and expect myself to get up at 3 something and have an effective workout. The body needs rest. And again, everything that we do in life has to be in moderation and we have to be balanced. Your workout is going to be trash if you're lethargic and you're sleepy. Even if you may think you had a good workout, your body's not going to reap those gains because you never got rest before you ran. As your muscles are breaking down and you're breaking down muscle tissue and you're increasing oxidative stress and the increase and the depletion of and the increase of nitric oxide is going on, you're going to need to replenish yourself by getting a lot of sleep. So I don't push people to do the morning workouts if your schedule doesn't allow you to sleep early. And if your schedule does allow you to sleep early, that means that you're gonna have to start doing things a little bit earlier and have more discipline in your day. So what I started to incorporate now is that yesterday, Tuesday, I went to that same area where those other guys are at. I have these battle ropes. They are, I think those ropes are 150 pound ropes. Those like the big ropes that bodybuilders use. Those ropes in the gym that weigh like a feather, they weigh like an ounce, and you can just do no, I don't like those. I like to struggle. I feel like if you're not struggling, then you're not working. If it's too easy, then you might as well just go to bed. If you're gonna get up and work out, you gotta have some sort of resistance, right? Some sort of stress, good stress. That's good for your mind and body. So these ropes are heavy as hell. So I dumped them in my cart I woke up around 4:15. By the time I left the house, it was kind of like 4:45-ish, 4:44. The elementary school where my kids go to school is like right up the street, probably 2 minutes away on the golf cart. So I get there, and these other guys are pulling up, right? And then that's their spot. I know how territorial people can be, because if I'm there doing my battle rope workouts, they're probably gonna be like, who the hell is this guy? Why is he in our space? So the first thing I did, I spoke to the gentleman, it was one guy, but it was other guys pulling up. I said, hey, excuse me. I said, hope I'm not getting in y'all's way. Do you guys mind if I do my battle rope workouts in the middle section right here? Or he was like, hey, yeah, go ahead. He said, you can even join us in the workout if you want to. And I said, okay, all right, thanks, man. So that yesterday, which was Tuesday, I did my battle rope workout, and it's a lot of things that I do. I do burpees. I get on the rope. It's sort of like a HIIT workout. Burpees, get on the rope. Burpees, do another rope workout for 30 seconds. So it's 30 seconds on burpees, 7 seconds rest, 30 seconds on the battle rope, 20-second rest. Then I go to my second set and do the same thing again. So I did all that. The whole workout that I did, I ended up burning almost 500 calories, and I was out there for about 50 minutes because I did some ab work after that as well. I felt good. So after I was done, I packed up my battle ropes, put it back on the golf cart, and I drove back home. I got in the house. I felt real good. When I went to work yesterday, I was very productive, energized, and then today again, I worked out again. So my workout regimen is going to be Monday through Friday now. It just has to be, because I'm at the level now that I want to keep the same feeling that I have on days that I work out. Because even though I would be like, yeah, now of course I'm going to rest during the weekend. I'm not working out 7 days a week. And the running, the stress that I'm putting on my lower extremities, like on my knees and my legs, I'm not running every day. So that's number one. Number two, the battle rope workouts are mostly arm workouts and like cardio. So I'm being very careful because I'm very leery of people who work out every day, because you can overstress, especially at my age. You have to be careful. Maybe if I was younger in my 20s, I can get away with that, because you have athletes who do work out every day. I'm talking about professional athletes. I'm not a professional athlete. I'm not taking supplements to that regard, or I'm not training for the Olympics. I'm not that extreme in my workout. So I have to be very careful. I'm just a normal guy that's staying in shape, that's doing these things to have a psychological advantage over other people that I work with, and also to make myself feel good and look good. Because I think that if you look good, you feel good, you end up operating better. Your production is better because you feel good internally about yourself and externally about yourself. So I want to keep that feeling. So I'm going to do that. So again, how does this even correlate with the song "Blood on the Dance Floor"? Well, it's blood on the streets. It's blood on the streets. When I'm running, it's blood on the streets. Not literal blood, but I'm working hard. And the best time to run is in the morning, because when the sun is out, I feel a total difference. I've ran in the sun. In my younger years, I used to run in the sun. After work, I would go run the track, run the neighborhood, sun beaming. I'm talking about in the summertime in Texas, 90-something plus degrees. And the amount of energy that's drained from running in the sun is totally different from running in the morning. I actually feel lighter. I'll run better in the morning. But then again, I'm all about challenges. I don't mind running in the sun either. It's either or. But in the mornings, I really love the way it makes me feel running in the morning before I go to work. Now, if I didn't have a job and there was no such thing as work, I would mix it up. Some days I would run in the morning, and some days I would run in the sun. And I think running in the sun has its advantages too. I don't want to sit here and tell you never run in the sun. But in terms of endurance and having the energy to finish and having a good stride and having a good gait and the balance in my running, nothing beats the morning time. It's better in terms of the way it makes me feel. But just because it feels better doesn't mean it's better. Just like somebody, if you're lifting a 5-pound dumbbell as a man, it feels better. But which one is going to give you the better results if you lift a little bit heavier? So the sun has its advantages too, right? But in terms of the way I feel, the morning makes me feel better. So it's blood on these streets, just like it's blood on the dance floor. So I'm going to play this song. I'm going to let it play. I'm not going to talk through it. I want you guys to tell me what you think about the song. It's called "Blood on the Dance Floor," and it's by Odumodublvck. Odumodublvck. Odumodublvck and VCK. That doesn't even spell Vic. Maybe I think that's an abbreviation, or maybe it's an acronym for something. I don't know. But Odumodublvck. Blood on the Dance Floor. Here we go.
Black for life, black for everybody. Let's go back to all guys. You make us get people to block. Let's see. All I know
So that was it. That was the song. Tell me what you guys think about the song. If I want to personally rate it, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. All right, I want to give it a 5, but I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I love the song. I love the beat. I love Wale coming in at the end with the rapping. I just love it. I love the traditional. I love the sound. It just takes me back home. And when my dad was alive, I remember my dad being a huge music head. He loved music. I remember him picking me up, patting me on my back, singing Bob Marley as he patted me to sleep. This is when I was around 4 years old. And as I listened to this song, even when I was taking a shower this morning before I got ready to go to work, I just felt like my dad was still here with me when I heard the song. I could just picture my dad, if he was still alive, me and him grooving to that song right now. I mean, that song has my dad written all over it. The beat, the rhythm, I know it for sure. And if he can hear my voice right now, actually he can hear my voice because he's still alive. As I'm still here. I'm just another vessel that represents my dad. His genetics are still in me. Even though he's not here, it doesn't mean that cessation of life has occurred. He may be gone in the form that he was here, but his son is still here, and his legacy and his voice and his mannerisms and the things that he loves still lives on. I'm his son. I'm his blood. So I love music just like my dad loved music. And this song that I'm listening to is a song that I know for sure my dad would have fell in love with. All right. So tell me what you guys think. I think it's a 4.5. Again, I'm linking this song. This song is connected to my workout regimen. Blood on the dance floor, blood on the streets as I'm running every day, Monday through Friday. Peace out. Till next time.